everyone, and welcome to my channel, Old Fart Pokemon. Yep, that's me. Yeah, this is a real privilege. Now back when I was younger, I had two first edition Charizard cards. The first one I put in the spokes of my bicycle. Man, I love that 10 speed. I blinged it out. All my friends were jealous. My second Charizard, my buddy Finny, he gave me $10. And it's actually a roll of quarters. And he traded me for a Charizard. I was so excited. Vinny and we went down to the arcade. I don't know if you guys remember Pac-Man and Space Invaders. Oh, wow, that was so much fun. Let me tell you a little secret. Within Pac-Man, don't tell anybody, there's actually a pattern. If you get to know the pattern, man, you can play Pac-Man for hours. So I took that $10. Man, we went down, played almost 4 hours. It was so awesome. That was one of the best days of my life. Man, I miss the good old days. Well, let's talk about today.
Yes, things certainly have changed, and I want to talk to you today. A lot of people have been asking me, they're a little bit concerned about the Pokemon market. Is it going up or is it going down? What's going on? So really the purpose of this channel is to dig in, give you information. I don't really believe anybody else has given you, but I feel it's very important information. First of all, looking at booster boxes, we'll cover a variety of TCGs. I'm going to try and get my camera so you can see clearly. You can stop this video at any time and take a look at the behavior. All of these prices are coming from TCG. Going to try and take them on a weekly basis so we know what's going on. First of all, in terms of Pokemon cards, we have 8 boxes going up, 9 boxes going down, 9 boxes neutral, and 16 boxes going down. So go back, Legendary Treasures up 42% this week, quite a jump. Sun and Moon base set doing well, 8%, and down to Celestial Storm. Looks like 9 sets are basically neutral, and 16 sets have gone down this past week. Darkness Ablaze, Evolution's taken a little hit. If we look at the very bottom here, what's the biggest drop? It's really our sets that have been out most recently. Vivid Voltage down 24%. And Battle Styles, our newest release, I think with the second wave coming, demand is slowing down to a certain extent, and the market is reacting, so we've gone from 160 down to 110. Right now might be a great time to pick up Battle Styles. In terms of my wild cards, things I think might be a good shot, Mysterious Treasures up 6.7%, and Plasma Blast up 2.6%. And you're saying what's going on with Next Destinies and Call of Legends? Yes, I thought Call of Legends was going to be a great box to pick up if I had that much money. It would be nice. But yeah, that box disappeared. So, but we did have Dark Explorers pop up. So this is a Pokemon market. Now let's flip over to the latest game. Flesh and Blood. It's been kind of on a tear, and all of a sudden people are saying, well, did everybody get in just to make money? So what do we know? This past week, Monarch, about 2 weeks ago, came out, and it has dropped. Everybody, I think, was just trying to flip. When everybody tries to flip, it doesn't work, so it went from $600 down to about $410, a 34% drop. Also, Welcome to Wrath, the very first set, down from 20,000 down to 13,000. That's a 35% drop. So the first edition boxes are the collectors. What collectors are going after. The unlimited, they'll be printing in large quantities, and they're great for players. And the unlimited Arcane Rising, Welcome to Wrath, Monarch, all, and I don't know if Monarch is out yet, but all sitting relatively constant, maybe up or down $5 or $10, but they're relatively constant. Now on to Magic the Gathering. And this week we had, in terms of booster boxes, 32 rising, 29 that were neutral, just sat there, and 47 that have dropped in price. Let's go back. In terms of the risers, Shards of Valera, somebody must have bought out a couple boxes, and all of a sudden they went up 75%. Amonkhet, Dragon's Maze, probably the most made fun of set in Magic, but you know what? It's going up 17%, go all the way down to Exodus. Quite a few. Hopefully I'll do this slow so you can see clearly. All these sets just sitting there on TCG. They have not, the booster boxes have not risen in price or dropped in price. Finally, we have the booster boxes that have dropped this week. Avacyn Restored, Savers of Kamigawa, Lorwyn. I will always love the Lorwyn set. Quite a few all the way down, and then we get to the very bottom. What do we see? Strixhaven, our latest set, has been dropped 16%. Again, I think a lot of people are buying like crazy to flip, and we're starting to turn the tide a little bit. The market's starting to go down some. And Alliances, down 28%. The biggest one, and this does not surprise me, Revised. About, 6 months ago, Revised was sitting at 7,000. I think somebody was trying to sell it at 44,000. That's dropped now to 22,000. So we've seen about a 50% drop. I still, in my opinion, 22,000 for the number of Revised boxes out there, I still think is a little bit pricey. Next, from the website Dawnglare, if you crack open a booster box, this is what you can expect. So we're looking at the contents, really what this does. Every set does have mythical, rare, uncommon, some foil. Many of the newer sets have foils. So if you crack open the box, what can you expect? This week we had 38 rising, and 66 contents of boxes falling. So really about a 2-to-1. I think this is really where the market is, a good indicator of the market. 38 booster boxes, and I had to smile. Back when I was playing, Mercadian Mask was just considered a trash set. Yes, we did have the Rishadan port, and what was the other? There was a good green one, but for most of the set there is a lot of dud cards in it. But what do you know? Mercadian Masks is the fastest growing this last week. Fifth Dawn, Ikoria, get a lot of this. If you remember, the Modern has been quite beat down and starting to see some revival. Cold Snap, Plane Shift. Then in terms of the sets that are starting to lose, and if I'd say above even 3 or 4% or down below 3 or 4%, I mean that's just people buying cards, adding cards, putting them on the website, so not a big deal. A lot of this I'd say is really, I'd call it really white noise. There's not much here, but then you get over 2, 3, 4% beyond that, it's beyond the white noise. And all of a sudden, yes, some of the cards are starting to drop. So Revised actually going, everybody's thinking about the dual lands, but you know what? They're starting to stabilize, and some of the card prices are starting to come down. Finally, the ones that are dropping the most, Morningtide, Theros, Visions, Exodus, and then I really had to look. Throne of Eldraine, you know what? It dropped this week. And Fallen Empires and Weatherlight. Weatherlight, the biggest drop in the value of the cards. Found expected value within the booster box at about 10%. The good news is we also have 5 sets of Dark. Urza Saga, Marat, Maraudon, some of these classic sets, wonderful sets. Even the Kamigawa, I enjoy them. Not a lot of people enjoyed them, but you know, it was kind of a unique time as we thought Magic was going to die, and then it rebounded. So I do believe these cards will hold value. But the good news is these boxes a couple of weeks ago were not on TCG Player. They're now on TCG Player. Next, I want to kind of jump over to give us a little bit bigger picture is currencies. And what do we see? Gold is up this week about 8%. Bitcoin is getting crushed. It's down 21%. Sells like it has fallen further the last day or two. And the dollar, you say, well, how do you say the dollar has fallen 4.2%? And this is really the rate of inflation, the latest calculations on the inflation rate. So the cost of goods, groceries, Pokemon cards are all going up. What does that mean? It's the value of each dollar bill is falling. So going down roughly 4.2%. So I think the markets are reacting to the possibility of inflation, whether the stock market or the collectibles. So really this is my first market update. I'd like to do this on a regular basis. And finally, each week I'll share what I'm looking into. And again, do not take the advice of an old fart. If you want to do actually serious investing, go find somebody who really knows their stuff. But each week I want to share what I found. And this week, very excited, I bought. See if anybody recognizes a picture. What is this? It's a box of Commander Legends. Right now you can buy these boxes for about $110 to $120. I think that's a great deal. What does this have? This has a Jeweled Lotus, and you know what? You open a box, you hit a Jeweled Lotus, it'll pretty much pay for the box, and the rest is gravy. But my final point is, and I probably am not going to be popular, but I believe it's true, I need to talk about the difference between investing and gambling. And I really want to try and make this a channel for people who are looking to invest in Pokemon cards or TCGs in general. And I believe strongly, if you're going to invest, never ever open booster boxes. I have booster boxes of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic, Flesh and Blood. Looking into a little bit Weiss Schwarz right now. Looking possibly, I'd love to get, although they're very expensive, the MetaZoo, and I try and keep them sealed to the day I sell. Somebody else can enjoy opening. On the other hand, if you want to crack some boxes with a friend, or just excited, it's fun. If you have kids and want to share the box of Pokemon cards with the kids and crack them open, absolutely. But realize that's not investing, it's gambling. And you know what? Just like gambling, you may get a hot lottery ticket and all of a sudden you'll do quite well, but a lot of the lottery tickets are just studs to pay for it. Same thing, you may get some real good pulls in one box, the next box you may not do so well. So my advice, if you're looking to invest, keep the boxes sealed. And if you're just looking to have fun, go ahead and open the boxes. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm excited to really present a market update each week. I want to try and present the big picture of what's going on. Thank you for watching. If you like this, share this channel with your friends. If you don't like it, go ahead and click the down button twice. That way you'll let me know. Also, let me know in your comments what you like, what you dislike, and how I can improve this channel. Thank you, and have a good night.